How are you feeling about being self-isolated right now during this COVID-19 time? Basically, this coronavirus time can be used in a really productive way. Let me share with you something what I was working on this morning. Look at this amazing wheel of life, which is now modified with tips and tools how to survive through COVID-19 time. And everything what I will share with you here is something what actually I do myself. But not only during this time, I actually do it all the time because I believe in being continuous with whatever improvement you do or you make on yourself. Okay, so I have here 8 areas and I promise I will share this with you just below the video so actually you can download for yourself and use this time productively. Because the idea of this is to give you some tools which you can use to improve yourself and keep yourself engaged with something else rather than watching news about coronavirus all the time. And I'll tell you why. The more you think about negative stuff, the more you listen to negative stuff, the deeper you go into negative world. Okay, you got to remember that whatever you put into your brain will give you back particular emotions and particular feelings. So here, if you really want to be more negative, really listen to more coronavirus news. But I'm kind of a person who always finds something positive in every situation, even if it is coronavirus situation. So what actually can we do to improve our lives and ourselves within this time? I will start with the health because health is the number one at the minute. Okay, and here I have 6 bullet points, which are home exercises, healthy food, vitamins, hydrate, yoga, and sleep. You're probably wondering, why would I bring here home exercises? And I'll tell you why. Because with home exercises, you can look after your body. Let me put it this way. I don't go to gym for several years right now. And the reason why I don't do it is simply because I don't want to drive, I don't want to park, I don't want to walk all the way to the gym. When actually, all I can do is just come here to my living room and do my exercises here. I'm not a personal trainer, so I can't share with you what exercises to do, but I'm sure if you just bring your personal trainer or if you just Google online, what exercises can I do, I'm sure you're gonna find some, okay? But basically here, it goes together, like literally hand in hand with healthy food. Because if you will now start eating more because you're at home and you have all these emotions playing up within yourself and you're worried and you don't know what's going to happen, you will start eating more. But when you don't burn all those calories, you start building them up, okay? So I'm sure all personal trainers will be very happy to see you after coronavirus, but your body won't be happy, okay? Remember, you have one mind, one body, one life. Right? And you have to look after this all within one go. Okay? So here's really important to do some home exercises, at least some basic ones. Okay? Walk more up and down the staircase, do some basic squats, or just search some other exercise. I'm not going to spend this time on talking about exercises. Healthy food, I mentioned that. Okay? I know people bought now all sorts of different pastas and rices and everything else, but come on, we definitely have in your fridge more than that. So eat healthy, right? Because if you don't eat healthy, guess what? You're gonna start putting on weight, okay? So eating healthy is really important. Next one is vitamins. Vitamins are important during the entire year, not only during the coronavirus. But right now, we have lack of sun. We have springtime. Springtime usually is the best time for any flu, for any disease to be caught, right? So vitamins are crucially important. If not all of them, if not all set of vitamins, at least vitamin D. You got to really nurture your body. Only within your healthy body, you will have healthy mind, okay? So make sure you look after your body. Next thing is hydrate, okay? When you don't hydrate, just simply drinking a glass of water, this one actually you don't feel that your skin is elastic. This one your brain is lacking something, and your bones and your skin, everything gets affected, okay? So make sure you hydrate as much as possible, because water is already within your body. Okay, this is not a cure for coronavirus. I'm not saying it's a cure, okay? Don't take it wrong. It's not a cure for coronavirus. It's simply healthy. The more you drink, the better. The more you drink, the better. I mean it, okay? Anyways, let's go to the next one. Yoga. I mean, you don't have to now to become a really expert in yoga and do all those exercises by yourself. But stretching, Pilates, yoga, whatever you prefer, right, is really healthy for your body. Again, we're looking right now at your health area, and that's why I'm bringing yoga into that, because yoga is a healthy way how to maintain your healthy body, okay? Look into that. If you don't try, how do you know? At least try it, okay? Sleep. Why would I put sleep into here? Basically, we all know when we feel not well, our body almost shuts down. It shuts down and it wants to go to sleep. The reason it does it, because when you sleep, all processes are still working within your body, right? All cells get regenerated, the blood cells, the lymph and everything else, everything works in your body much better when you are asleep. So right now, as you're doing self-isolation, sleep more. Give your body, give your brain a really good rest. You have nowhere to run in the morning. You don't have to run, okay? So give your body a really good rest. Next area I have, your career. What can you do within your career? You could be in a business or you could be working for somebody else. It doesn't really matter. But here, it's important to remember that you need to know a few things. And I'll share 4 things with you. There are learn new skills, bring new opportunities, work on your expertise, as in work on your website, blog, or book, and shine your expertise. Let's start with the learn new skills, okay? First of all, if you're not willing to learn, you know what? I'm cool with that. But at least invest your time into learning what you're really good at. Not only good at, but this is the only one time when I will advise people to compare themselves to the other people in their industry at their level. The reason why I do it, because we can always compare ourselves to the biggest gurus in the world, to the experts who are number ones, okay? But it means we are always losing because they're always better. So here, if you compare yourself to other people in your industry and they're not better than you will see where you are better at. And it's really important to actually recognize your skill set in order to sell yourself better, whether in the business or maybe at your next interview. And the next thing, with the new opportunities. Here is all about creating new opportunities. If you work for somebody, in that case, start looking for new job vacancies. If you don't work for somebody, but you have your own business, in that case, think, what can you do right now? Okay, how can you actually improve your business so whenever another epidemic hits the world, your business is not suffering? That could be coming up with products rather just services. That could be coming up with services rather just products. Okay, think what can you do within your career to create new opportunities? Because even during the wartime, there was an opportunity, and so it is now. Okay, next thing is a website, blog, or a book. Okay, if you do have a website, update it. There is no such a thing as perfect website. Okay, if you have some expertise, write a book on it or write a blog on it. All right, but in one word, you got to shine your expertise. You got to talk about it, and it's not about showing off. It's not about now being nasty and arrogant. No. It is about shining your expertise, showing what you're good at on social media, within your blog, within your articles, maybe within your book if you want to write. It could be ebook, right? Any way you can. Show people how you can help them. Okay, that's important. So here we reviewed 2 areas so far, health and career. And I'll take you to the next one, which is wealth. But before I take you to the journey of the wealth area, I would like to ask you a question. Where are you right now within the wealth area? Think about it. How well actually are you doing within the wealth area? Are you overspending? Are you oversaving? Do you consider yourself being wealthy? Do you consider yourself that you have money? Do you consider that actually you can go and isolate yourself without worrying about money? Ask yourself this question. And here's important to remember that with only 4 steps, you can actually become so much better within your wealth area. And 4 steps are: sell whatever you don't need, okay? Because basically we very often overspend so much money on so many things which we never even need, okay? So if you don't need something, somebody definitely needs that, okay? You might not earn massive money with that, but at the same time, you will help somebody and you will get some money back. That's nice, okay? Next thing, invest. Right now, we can see crash on stock and shares market. We can see some questions in terms of properties. The market is a bit lacking stability. So it's best time to learn, which is step number 3. It's best time to learn about how to invest money, right? It's best time to actually buy some stuff to sell them later. It's best time maybe to buy some business which are not doing great at the minute because you can work on them later on, right? But the best thing you can do right now is number 3, learn. Learn about investments, about wealth, about money management. Learn about these fields because this is your future. If up to now you were not good, you have to recognize and learn what you were doing, what brought you here. Okay? What have you done wrongly? Okay, that's a good question to ask yourself. And the last thing, analyze and come up with a plan, come up with a goal, right? Analyze where you are right now and where do you think you are going if you're not going to change anything, right? Because when you see this long perspective in front of you, somewhere there far, and which is not that shiny, that will kick your butt and that will make you think. All right. And the best thing you can do right now for yourself is invest money into yourself. Think about it. Because when you buy a house, when you buy a business, you invest into something. And you all know that when you invest into something, that will bring you returns. The same with you. When you invest in yourself, this is lifelong journey of you using the new knowledge, of you applying the new skills, of you knowing your stuff, being able to live better life. Okay? So also invest in yourself. And I have 4th area, which is family. This is the time when we are reminded of family. I mean, how many of us were saying such a phrase, I wish I could have more time. I wish I could spend more time with my family. Well, now you have it. Now you have all the time in the world. All you have to do is just to come up with a plan what you will do with your family. And to help you with that, I've got a few bullet points which I would love to share in order to help you to have better family life. And I have here quality time, board games, renovate or paint or decorate your house, whatever you do with your house. But then also personalized gifts for Christmas and birthdays. I know these are only a few things, and I'm sure you'll come up with some more, okay? But these are just a few things which right now I'm working currently within my family as well, because I believe, and I always believed in quality time. Because when you have quality time, it doesn't have to be always during the holidays on the beach. It could be right there at home, and that's why I put there board games. Board games is competitive. Board games is playful. Board games is uniting. Board games is a team building, right? And therefore, it definitely will help you to have quality time, okay? When it comes to your house, how many of you actually were thinking at some point do something with your house? Whether it is changing the furniture, maybe it's redecorating, maybe it's painting, whatever else, right? Well, you have perfect timing for that. You can do it right now because you've got the time, okay? Go to your shed, go to your garage and find that tin of paint which you bought ages ago and just do it. Or fix few things, or get rid of the furniture and then buy online new furniture. I mean, people are buying pasta and rice right now. I doubt people are stocking up with sofas, right? So maybe it's a good time actually to change your furniture. But do some changes because right now you can get all together and discuss what you would like to do. Beautiful, right? And of course, what do I mean by personalized gifts for Christmas and birthdays? Okay, of course, I mean paying that attention to your loved ones. What can be better than receiving something what you really paid attention? You really put some love into that. You really put some care into that. There are websites such as notonthehighstreet.com, and they do all sorts of different personalized gifts. I'm sure even if right now your birthday parties, your weddings, your christenings, whatever, cancelled. Whatever you plan probably is cancelled. Like my birthday was cancelled. I was planning to celebrate my birthday in Morocco and it's cancelled. It is cancelled because my flight was cancelled. I can't even fly there, right? But it doesn't mean I'm not going to plan my birthday. I still will have it, okay? And I said with you, organize those presents for your loved ones. Think about Christmas. I know it's only March, I know, and you will think, Olga, you're ridiculous. Who prepares for Christmas in March? But why not? Don't you know your loved one names? Don't you know where they live? Can't you prepare the cards? Can't you prepare the list of presents, what they want? Can't you buy presents online? Of course you can. Even if it gets delivered to you in July, because right now delivery services are really running behind, who cares? You will have 6 months to wrap it up, right? Take it easy, prepare, all right? So I have next one as a social life. What do I mean by social life? That means sorting out your friends, sorting out your online relationships, and your playtime, which is your traveling, okay? What do I mean by sorting out your friend list? And I was making a video about this before. So basically we have green friends and we have red friends. And what do I mean by that? Green friends are those friends with whom you spend time and you think, oh, that was great time together. Let's do it again because you enjoyed, okay? And red friends means you met with somebody and you felt like, oh my God, that was such a torture. I don't want to see you again, right? So this means red friends. Any red friends you have, kill it. Because if somebody doesn't know how to build proper friendship, what is exchange of value, exchange of emotions, exchange of commitment, exchange of building relationships, these are not your friends. And the best thing you can tell them is, listen, I simply don't feel good when I meet you. That's it. Right? You don't have to lie. You can be just honest. Okay, maybe it's just me being brutally honest with people. But guess what? You don't have to sugarcoat, okay? If you don't enjoy somebody else's company, you're not obliged to be in that person's company. We have 7 billion people in the world, and I'm sure you can find at least one. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. But I'm sure you can find some people with whom you will enjoy some time together. All right? So next thing is relationships. Why would we pay attention to online relationships? Well, nowadays, we live in a world of social media, and coronavirus is not affecting social media, by the way, I just let you know. But that means right now you can build relationship with somebody in Australia. And who knows, maybe one day you will build intimate relationships. Maybe you will build partnership. Maybe you open business together. You don't know. But without building these online relationships, you will never figure out. And just like friendship or intimate relationships, you need to invest into that, right? Invest your time, your attention, your care, and your love, right? You got to really do that because we are moving online really fast and things happen online a lot, right? But even if your family is far, like my mom, she lives in Latvia, I do call her and I speak to her on the WhatsApp, right? So it's also sort of my family, but at the same time, it is my online relationships because I speak to her online and I got to maintain that. She's my mom, right? So you can do the same thing. But now also, let's go to my favorite bit, traveling list. I know right now you're absolutely stuck at home, but not for long. Because surely very soon you'll be able to come out and explore the world, the whole entire world. So the best thing which you can do right now is actually to start planning places where you're gonna go, what you're gonna do, with whom you're gonna go, and all the rest. Okay? So let me just take you to the next one. Next one is love life. What can you do for your love life? You can actually create memories, go through pictures. You can talk about memories. You can talk about your first date, your wedding. You can talk about anything you want as long as it's beautiful and nice. Okay? But when it comes to how to improve your relationships while you're stuck at home, because what happens when I work with my couples when they come for relationship coaching, we always work on how to be able to improve their relationship through talking. And that was the most magical thing. When I work with couples, at the end of every first session, so every time your couple comes to me, we have the end of the first session, and one of them will definitely tell me, Olga, we never spoke about ourselves so much. That's it. They never shared about their past so much. They never opened up so much. But what happens? When you share stuff about yourself, when you share stuff about your past or your emotions or why you're that way, people connect with you, people click with you. How many times you heard me sharing some stories and you felt relatable, right? The same with your other half. When you share why you are behaving certain way, when you share why you speak certain way, when you share your insecurities, when you share what you're afraid of, this is when your other half will be able to understand you so much better. So it's crucially important to talk about that. And this is the best time. Coronavirus united you. And the next thing, if you haven't read or haven't listened before, please listen or read the book called 5 Love Languages, because this book will absolutely transform your life. It will transform your life on every possible level, not only intimate relationships, because it is about how do we feel loved in our lives. And you can use that with your friends, at your work, with your managers, doesn't matter where, right? With your children as well. You can use it at every area in your life. And that means you'll be able to build stronger relationships with people. But the next thing, since you do have this time to work on your relationships, how about your goals? I mean, do you have any goals? Do you have anything which you have in common to work on, to work towards to? If you don't, it's a really good time to think about it. It's a really, really good time to actually work on it. Okay, because without that, your life will be not complete. And you really got to start working on that. And the next thing what I have here is actually intimacy. And what do I mean by intimacy? By intimacy, I mean not only practicing making babies, but intimacy, I mean get closer to your partner. Open up emotionally, right? And of course, be playful, be flirty. This is the best time when you can spend lots of time cuddling, giving each other that little kiss on the forehead, touching each other's shoulder, and just being there for each other. But again, little tip here, okay? You got to remember that. Intimacy also means babies 9 months later if you don't use contraception. So even though, and I feel hilarious, honestly, saying that, but you got to remember, right now you're self-isolating yourself at home and you're with your partner, you got to use contraception. Unless you want to have a baby 9 months later. Okay, think about it. Because if not what you want, in that case, contraception might help. All right? So follow this advice and make sure you do use contraception. But work on your relationships. This is the best time which you can have in your life to actually improve your relationships. And if you're single, this is the best time for you to work on yourself, to figure out what do actually I want, who am I, and what do I want, right? What my partner looks like. And if you struggle with it, contact me, because I do it every day. I work with single people every day on their relationships, right? As well as with couples. So start learning whom do you want to have in your life, but also learn from your previous experiences. How previous experiences impacted you and your life. And the next thing I have for you, personal growth. And actually we have only 2 areas to go to, as you can see that. So what do I mean by personal growth? Well, basically all of these is your personal growth, okay? The entire wheel of life is that personal growth, because you improve and you shift and you lift all areas at the same time, simultaneously, when you work on them, right? But specifically, I would like to pay your attention to 4 things within personal growth. And these are plans and goals. Okay, during this time, you got to really think about your plans and goals. Those could be your New Year resolutions. Those could be your life goals. Those could be something what you plan to do within the next 3 months or maybe 6 months. And in general, what you would like to achieve, right? So think what you would like to do with your life. And one of the things which you can do right now during this COVID-19 time is learn a new language. I mean, I must say, after nearly 11 years living in UK and learning English from absolute scratch, I realized that every time when I travel, I expect other people to speak English, which is not really fair, okay? We have so many languages in the world, and it's good to learn another language, because even I know, because I speak 4 languages, I know how easier for me is to remember other stuff. I know how much quicker I learn other stuff, simply because my brain is already in active mode because I speak another language, right? The same with you. Learn another language. That'll be only beneficial for you. It's not going to hurt you. And I'm sure many of you were thinking about learning Mandarin, or maybe learning Spanish, or maybe learning something else. So this is your time to improve and upgrade your skill set, right? Including your language. And next thing I have, contribute, okay? Why would we think about contribution? I must tell you that when we contribute, this when we feel we are giving back. This when it could be something about the planet. It could be about volunteering in a shelter. It could be taking care of children who were abandoned. It could be anything else. But when you contribute, this when you feel rewarded. Because we all work for money, and we do have money coming in, and this is the reward which we are getting, and which is very logical reward, because we bring value to our employer, maybe to your business, to your customers. But at the same time, when you contribute and you do something else, but you don't do it for reward, which is monetary, this is when you feel emotionally rewarded. And I must tell you, this is the best reward you can have. Like in my life, I contributed in so many different ways, right? And if you're curious to find out, you can ask me this question. I'm not going to waste this time on actually talking about how I contributed. But I believe me helping people, first of all, with not only this session today, but in general, bringing more value is another way of contribution as well, in all other ways of what I've done so far, right? And one more thing I would like to share with you, which is my, I would say, favorite thing in terms of personal growth. Don't take me wrong, the relationship thing is my favorite baby, and I'm really passionate about relationship coaching, right? And I can talk for ages about this, but I know it's about the entire will. But the next thing I want to share with you, it's my favorite. It's something what I do as well for many, many years, and it's so helpful. It is journaling. If you were thinking about journaling before, this is the best time for you to start it, because you have no time limits, okay? You can do it in the morning if you want, you can do it in the evening time if you want. And actually, I have several videos about the journal. I think there were the videos about my morning and evening routine, because I have 2 different journals, which I do one in the morning, one in the evening time, and the both refer to slightly different things, but they both are stretching me at the same time. So I really love doing both of them. And in the morning I do one, in the evening I do another one, which is more reflection on the day, but it's really powerful. It is really, really powerful. And right now is like never the best time to start journaling. How do you feel and what fears do you have and how you could tackle these fears? Like this is something what I share every day as well. What's my fear, right? And learn how to overcome these fears, and I learn what I could do instead of being fearful. You know, what could I do? Like within one of the sessions with my client recently, client asked me, Olga, how could you help me to overcome my fear of going to the gym? And I simply asked him, is it a fear or is it you putting somebody else's opinion above yours? Think about it, okay? Is it a fear of you going to the gym, or is it you putting somebody else's opinion above yours? Okay? Because what was he scared of going to the gym? He wasn't scared of the machines attacking him. He wasn't scared of the gym ceiling falling on him. He was fearful of what people will think of him. And that's how powerful fear is, okay? Because you think you're scared of that, but actually you're not. Actually, what you are doing, you're putting somebody else's opinion, other people, what other people will think of me, above yours. Because it means your opinion doesn't matter. And when we just did this little transition and I asked him, so what if your opinion is the most important? What if you are the most important person in the world? Now, when it comes to the gym, how do you feel about going there? Because you know, for you, it's important to go to the gym for the sake of your health, of your look, and the way how you feel, okay? You feel it is important to you. Would you go to the gym or not? And the answer was, oh, hell yes. Right? And this is how powerful the fear is, because it makes us think we're scared of something, but actually it's all deep psychological thing, okay? And you got to really work on it. So contact me if you have something similar. We can definitely sort it out, all right? But the very last one, okay? It is me time. And if you work with other life coaches, or if you typed even in Google Wheel of Life, you will see the different versions of Wheel of Lives, and some of them have even more areas than I have. I have just made 8 areas. This is what I believe in, there are 8. But when I work with my clients, I'm happy to pick and choose which one we want to keep and which ones we don't want to keep, okay? But one area which I'm constantly fighting for, and I always put it first, is me time. The reason why I have this area, me time, because we all are really good at putting others first, okay? And for one reason or another, we neglect ourselves. We neglect our self-love, self-worth, and self-time. And what happens? We start putting ourselves not only second best, but then third, and then fourth, and then fifth, and then we go below nothing, okay? So it's important to constantly work on your me time, because when you work on your me time, this is when you uplift yourself all the time, because you pay yourself attention, you look after yourself, and do all the rest. So here what I have for you within the me time area. First of all, and you might think this is completely bizarre, why, Olga, that would be even helpful, okay? But first of all, think about this. When was the last time when you decluttered your wardrobe? I really mean it, guys or girls, I don't care. I really mean it. When was the last time you decluttered your wardrobe? Your wardrobe, your shoe drawer, your handbag drawer, whatever, right? Whatever areas you have for your accessories or your outfits, I don't care what it is. When was the last time you sorted that out? So go to your wardrobe and just sort out everything what you have in there. Have a look at the garment and think, would I wear these if I would be already X, Y, Z, whatever your goal in life is, okay? Let's say if you want to be an actress, so would I wear these if I would be a well-known actress, okay? And this, I say, it's always the easiest way to look at the things and sort them out. When you compare what would you wear in the future versus to what you wear now. And also, whatever you put on today and you don't like it, give it away, right? Just put it in a bag and take it to the charity once coronavirus is over, okay? Don't do it now. Don't spread the coronavirus around, okay? Don't catch it in the charity shop either, just in case if it's there, all right? So it's really, really important for you to make sure that you always look good, because as a result, you will also feel good. And as a result, people will pay you compliments, and therefore you will feel even better, and your confidence will just go through the roof, okay? Style change, then the next one. When was the last time you were experimenting with your style? I know, not only the clothing which you're wearing, but also colors which you're having, maybe your nails, maybe your hair, maybe just in general the style itself. Okay, think about it. You have the time now. Learn about other styles, see what's out there. You are so busy working and doing things all the time that you haven't had the time to explore and be playful. Okay, so learn what else could you do differently with your style. The best time. One more thing is meditating. Why it's important? Well, I found the massive benefit of meditating long time ago, right? It is about being in tune with yourself. It is about channeling information. It's about getting the clarity. It is about the mindfulness. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but actually it is really beneficial. All right, I know it will feel really challenging in the beginning because you have to clear your head, but also if you watched one of my videos, I was talking about meditation and how to handle those unwanted thoughts which are coming into our mind when we meditate. So what I will do, I will share the link to that video again so you can watch it, so I don't have to spend time on it right now, because otherwise the video will be absolutely endless. Okay, next thing is being positive. Okay, watch some comedy, watch some cartoons, laugh a lot, read some stories. Okay, every time when you think something negative, your brain goes into hibernation and attack mode. Okay, it goes into mode of I need to survive, it's dangerous. So for every negative thought, you need 3 positive thoughts to rebuild yourself. Okay, and therefore it's important to watch your negativity. Okay, that's why I say positivity, because I don't believe in even mentioning the word negativity. Okay, stay positive, do positive stuff, laugh a lot. All right, and 2 more things: self-care and a lot of reading. And why would be self-care so important? Well, basically self-care means you will care about yourself. If you don't care about yourself, just like I mentioned earlier on, you cannot take care of others. You got to put yourself first. And why I put reading after that? Because reading and learning are the 2 best ways how actually you can improve yourself. Through learnings, through reading, you can not only improve yourself, you can also stretch yourself, and then you can help others. And that's why it's really important for you to look at your life right now. And if you want, you can really even evaluate your life based on these 6 areas, which are health, career, wealth, family, social life, love life, personal growth, and me time. As I said, I will post this picture at the end of my video, below that, for you to have it. But I would love to also for you to evaluate your life. And I would like to remind that everything what we're given in life actually is there for a reason. Okay, and right now, this time which you have for yourself to work on yourself could be the most magical time. Because when else, if not now, you can give it to yourself and use it for your own benefit. I wish you to stay healthy. I wish you to stay positive. I wish you to work on yourself and to get through this amazing and challenging time, COVID-19, effortlessly, and become much better person once everything is sorted. And as always, I am here for you. Any questions, you can just WhatsApp me on my number. It's going to be just below my video, because I would love to help you. I would love to transform your life if you give me that permission. But you have to want it first, because I changed so many lives and I'm so grateful. I was honored that trust and I was honored that permission to be in somebody else's life to impact that. And I would love to do the same thing for you. But with this help of this wheel of life and with these tips, you definitely can improve it yourself as well.